It was a chilly autumn afternoon in Palo Alto, California. The bustling streets were alive with the usual crowd, employees rushing to meet deadlines, entrepreneurs pitching their latest tech innovations, and commuters heading home after another long day at work. Among the crowd was Jake, a 32-year-old engineer working for one of Elon Musk's companies, a giant in the world of tech and innovation. Jake had worked tirelessly for years, building prototypes and creating systems that would later be used in the ambitious electric vehicles and space projects that Musk's empire was known for. But today, Jake's world was about to turn upside down. Jake had spent months working on a project, pouring his heart and soul into every detail, only to find that his efforts were dismissed without a second thought. His ideas were pushed aside, and his colleagues, who barely understood the complexity of his work, took the credit. The frustration had been building up for weeks. Each meeting, each conversation, seemed like another blow to his confidence. He had always been proud to work for Tesla, SpaceX, and the other ventures Musk had built. The visionary had always been a symbol of innovation and the future. But lately, Jake felt like just another cog in a machine that didn't care about its employees anymore. The company had grown so big that the personal touch had disappeared, and Jake could no longer ignore the feeling that he was nothing more than a number in a vast sea of employees. But as he sat at his desk late that evening, staring at his computer screen, Jake's frustration boiled over. He was on the verge of quitting, his mind made up. He had enough. He slammed his fist on the desk in frustration. Middle. Suddenly, Jake's phone buzzed. It was an email notification. Urgent. Elon Musk wants to meet with you. Jake's heart skipped a beat. He stared at the screen, unsure whether he had read that right. Elon Musk, the man who built a billion-dollar empire and was known for his eccentric ideas and groundbreaking innovations, wanted to meet him? His mind raced. Could it be a mistake? Was this some kind of prank? With shaky hands, Jake clicked on the email. It was real. Elon Musk wanted to meet with him. There was no mention of the reason or why he was chosen, but the message was clear. He had to meet Elon in person. The next morning, Jake arrived at Tesla's headquarters early, his mind buzzing with a mix of excitement and anxiety. As he stepped into the sleek, modern building, he couldn't help but feel like a small fish in a vast ocean. He was led to one of the conference rooms, a massive glass structure with views of the company's expansive parking lot. The door opened, and there stood Elon Musk, dressed casually in a black t-shirt and jeans, a stark contrast to the formal office setting. "Jake, it's good to finally meet you," Elon said, his voice warm and approachable. Jake shook his hand, still in disbelief. "Mr. Musk, I don't know what to say. You wanted to meet me?" Elon smiled, sitting down across from Jake. "I've been following your work. You've been putting in a lot of effort, and I've heard your frustrations. I know things haven't been easy for you lately, but I think you're worth more than you realize." Jake was taken aback. "You've been following my work? But I felt like my ideas are just ignored." Elon nodded. "I know. The company has grown so fast, and sometimes it's easy to overlook the people doing the real work. But I see your potential, Jake. You're more than just another engineer at Tesla. You're someone who can help change the future. But first, I need you to be happy here." Jake blinked in surprise. "What do you mean?" Elon leaned forward, his tone serious. "You're burned out. And that's not what I want for anyone working here. I know you've been through a lot lately, and I want to help." Jake couldn't believe what he was hearing. "But I feel like I'm stuck, Mr. Musk. My work has been dismissed, and I feel like nobody cares. I don't know what to do anymore." Elon sat back in his chair, his face softening. "I've been there. I've had people doubt me, too. I've had people tell me I was crazy, that Tesla would never work, that SpaceX was a waste of money. But I kept going. I never gave up on myself, and I'm not going to let you give up on yourself either." Jake felt a wave of emotion wash over him. For the first time in months, he felt like someone understood. Elon Musk, the man who had built Tesla, SpaceX, and revolutionized the electric car industry, was telling him not to give up. It was more than he had ever hoped for. "I want you to take a break," Elon said, his voice firm. "Take a week off, clear your head, and when you come back, we'll talk about the next steps. You're not alone in this, Jake. I'm here to support you." Jake nodded, feeling a weight lift off his shoulders. "Thank you, Mr. Musk. I don't know what to say. This means everything to me." Conclusion. Over the next week, Jake took the time he needed to recharge. He spent time with his family, revisited old projects he had put aside, and spent a few quiet days reflecting on his life and career. By the end of the week, Jake was a new man. He was ready to return to work with a renewed sense of purpose and a clear vision for his future. When Jake returned to the office, he was greeted by Elon Musk personally. "Welcome back, Jake. How are you feeling?" "I'm feeling better, Mr. Musk. Thank you for everything. I'm ready to get back to work." Elon smiled, his eyes gleaming. "Good. I have some big projects coming up, and I want you to be a part of them. You're going to do great things, Jake. Just don't forget, you're not just an employee here. You're part of the family." Jake's heart swelled with pride. He had been given a second chance, and he wasn't going to waste it. In the months that followed, Jake worked harder than ever, coming up with new ideas that pushed the boundaries of what Tesla and SpaceX could achieve. His projects were no longer ignored, and his hard work was finally recognized. Elon Musk's gesture had not only changed his career, but his entire outlook on life. And in the end, Jake realized that sometimes it takes just one person to believe in you to change everything. Elon Musk had given him that belief, and it made all the difference.